going to be doing a little bit of an experiment and transplanting some beets. I know they're a root crop and you're not really supposed to do that. I'm also going to be using this muffin tin to mark out where I want them, because this is about the spacing that I'm going to need it. I'm also going to use this method for spacing out my onions as well. So now I know where to place my beets, and I'm going to do that all through this bed. Last year these two beds were herbs and flowers and a few other things. I really want to do root crops in these two beds this year. I have trouble with root crops in the ground due to the weeds and it just not being super loose soil. And for my herbs and my flowers, I'm going to probably purchase another raised bed. So I'm gonna try to get this planted here. We'll see if we can get these out of here. These are in soil blocks. I don't want to disturb the roots too much. I'm just gonna stick it down in there. There's about 2 per soil block. Some of them only have 1, but I'm planting them in 2s. That should give me some smaller beets that will be good for canning, and then the ones that just have the single beet will be bigger ones that'll be good for like juicing and things. Like that's a single beet. So let's get it in there. I'm trying my best not to disturb the roots as much as possible. We still have until May 10th before all threat of frost is gone, our last frost date. But beets are frost hardy, and I'm going to protect them with some frost fabric also. Hopefully we just won't have like a hard freeze. I'm gonna get these in here. Here's what they're looking like after I've got them transplanted. I really expected them to take up the whole bed, but with using the muffin tin as a spacer, they're planted pretty close together. Hopefully they'll still have good enough space to grow, you know, at least big enough for me to can. I would like to be able to can some and then eat fresh, and as they get bigger I'll thin them out. But some of these had 2 or 3 plants per soil block, which is fine. I'm just going to leave it in there, and like I said, I'm going to thin them out. This is a mix of beets, because I know somebody might ask, like, why are they different colors? There's golden beets, there's bull's blood beets, there's early Detroit beets, so there's a bunch of different kinds in here. I just took my seed packets and mixed them all together. Of onions to plant. I am debating on whether or not I want to fill this bed up the rest of the way with more beets or with onions. I'm thinking that it'll probably be onions because I have so many. I don't think that they're just going to fit in one bed. However, I didn't think that these would all fit in one bed either. I'm going to give them a good misting down with some water. Nothing too heavy because I don't want them to flatten down to the soil. So I'm going to find a good setting on my water hose and try not to beat them up. Give them some water in the sunshine. Hardened them off a little bit at a time. I brought them out on the porch for a couple of days. I might not have hardened them off as long as I should have, but the room that they were in was pretty chilly. Didn't have any heat or any cooling or anything like that, so it was pretty much like the outside temperatures. The only difference is sunshine. Hopefully we won't get any sun scald, but where I was bringing them out in the sunshine for a couple of days, I think that they'll do all right, especially if I put some sort of protection over them. We are taking these crates that were used to transport windshields for forklifts that we're going to be taken to the dumpster, and we're going to use them as strawberry beds. We've taken a bunch of compost-ish. A lot of it still has a lot of chicken poop in it, but just a bunch of soil from the chicken yard, and it's packed full of worms. They're everywhere. And then we're just going to put some regular garden soil on top of it out of bags that we got at the store. And so this will continue to break down, since it still has like some half composted wood chips in it, some chicken poop, some hay, but the worms are definitely working on it. This is going to continue to break down and continue to feed the strawberries
for a hot minute,
for a good while. So we'll line the bottom with this stuff, cover it with some store-bought garden soil just to fill it up and give it something that's not as hot and filled with nitrogen for the strawberries. And yeah, we got some cheap strawberry starts from Walmart.
Wally World.
Bare root strawberries. I'm going to do everbearing strawberries in these. And this is going to be at the top of, this is where my part of my garden's going to be, right here. So I put it up here since I had a bit of grass here that doesn't really ever get mowed between the goat fence and the garden. Just going to stick those there. And then this area up here, I'm going to till this whole hillside. Or Sean's going to till this whole hillside. We're going to turn it into a garden too. Look at the worms. Since this has a wooden bottom on it, it's not going to hold water, so we don't really have to worry about drainage. These are not going to last forever because they're not treated, and I haven't painted them, but I figured we'll get a little bit of use out of them. I think we should
something like this.
I think we should. What do you think about
$100 in wood?
Yeah, I think we should do one more load of compost before. What do you think? Before we put the garden dirt?
I don't want it to be too hot.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I just want it to fill up.
I mean, yeah, but you also don't want this getting too hot.
I guess we could just. I guess we can just. If we need more soil, we could just go buy it.
I mean, we can add more to it.
Yeah.
And we could add their strawberries. We can fill it up with this, what dirt we have, and fill the rest with wood chips. Their strawberries, they're gonna need them anyway.
Or hay.
Or hay, or both.
We'll figure it out.
Because they're gonna need that anyway.
Let's go carry some wood chips, or not wood chips. Let's go carry some bags of garden soil.
It's stinky.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Some of it's a little anaerobic. The rest of it, I don't really smell.
There's a couple, just these solid clumps.
Like there was some pockets that were a little anaerobic, but
like
it'll
wood
break
chips
down.
Really, or pine shavings.
It'll break down. Strawberries don't have super deep roots.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's not like they're gonna send out tap roots or nothing. But I'm stuck.
All right, let's go get the other soil.
Okay. Do those two first.
I think we'll have plenty.
Nice, that's it. Ooh, smell that? Fresh soil.
It does smell pretty good. I like that better than the potting soil. You know, the difference between that and potting soil is probably the vermiculite.
Yeah, I bet so.
Which it doesn't make sense as to why the vermiculite would cost so much extra. But
It's not about how much the vermiculite costs. It's about how much they can sell it for.
we're not worried about these being organic or anything. We just got the cheapest thing we could do.
Yeah, we can't afford all that. We ain't YouTube famous yet. So we ain't got...
What we grow in this is still going to be healthier than what you would get in the grocery store. And fun if you get to get it out of your backyard.
And they're free. These are free. These were trash. It's upcycling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be filled up to the top with the other 2 bags.
We probably don't even need the other 2.
I would.
Probably one more.
I would, because once it settles, I'll go ahead and fill it all the way up. You know, it smells like mulch. I bet this is their broken down mulch from their mulch piles.
Mm. 4 bags was perfect. That's 2 per bag, so 2, 4, 6, 8 cubic feet of soil.
Plus the compost.
Plus the compost in the bottom. Compost-ish we put in the bottom. The pigs are loud.
Forever, but this will
They hungry.
give us a good start for the next few years until we can build some other ones.
Yeah. I think they'd last longer than we thought.
How are you liking your pigs?
I love my piggies. Look at them. They're hungry.
Well, they're always hungry. They're pigs.
Hey, pigs. Hey, pigs.
It's almost supper time.
It is supper time. They're being weird right now. We got all of our animals out. Like the geese are out over here. We got the ducks laying down. And the goats are being fatties as always.
They're all fatties. All the animals are fatties.
Y'all talking? They're making weird noises.
But the pigs don't stink like I thought they would. They smell like antifreeze. Like they
Yeah.
smell sweet.
They smell like clean, like Crisco.
Do you think so?
I think they smell like Crisco.
Oh,
I want your phone. You have to cut that. Huh?
You being a good cameraman.
I got you.
These are bare root strawberries. These are the ones that you get at Walmart. 10 roots for $3. Really good deal. And this is what they look like. These have started to already start growing. And this little piece of the plant right there, that's the crown. You don't want to plant past that or the strawberry will rot. So you just want to get the roots in the ground. A lot of these have already put off a lot of growth. Hopefully we won't have another hard freeze and they'll do pretty well. Strawberries are already starting to come up here. You just worry whenever they're new and don't have established roots whether or not a frost is going to take them out. But I think they'll do okay, especially if I surround them in hay. They should be pretty good. But here's another bunch. They come wrapped in a rubber band. You usually can't see the rubber band. There it is. There's the rubber band. You just pull them apart. There's 10 roots in a bunch.
Smell the strawberries. They're coming for you.
Huh?
The ducks can smell the new planes. They're coming for you.
Oh yeah, the ducks better not come for me. So we're gonna plant these up. And I'm just covering the roots. I'm not planting it past the crown. Leaving the crown exposed because if you plant it past the crown, it'll rot. Some of these are a lot smaller. Like that one that I just planted was pretty big. This one's small. But they should catch up just fine. It's getting chilly out here. This dirt is getting really cold.
Yeah.
But I will.
Look at them goats. They're like, I'll help with the strawberries.
Yeah. I'm sure if the strawberries start tumbling over the sides, they'll stick their little noses through there and get them. So,
Sarge, Nova, are you guys going to be naughty when the strawberries grow?
I might could have moved those over just a little bit. Because that's one pack. But, like you said.
We have a bunch more inside that we actually started from seed this year.
So I could can do the other 10 here and then leave this corner over here.
And we can plant some later.
Yeah, for the ones that are in the house.
These are pretty full. We're not going to have a whole lot of room to mulch or put straw down.
Yeah, I do want to put some straw around these though, just because they've already started to leaf out and not had a chance to get
Hardened off.
And we are going to still have some chilly nights because we're not past the threat of frost, but strawberries are pretty frost hardy. I just want to give them a little bit of extra protection with some...
Give them the best chance they can.
Yeah.
They can have.
When you get them, a lot of times they don't have any growth on them. They look like they're dead, but that's just what bare root is. They're just dormant, or they've been in that warm
Walmart garden center.
under those heaters, they've started to...
Yeah, our Walmart garden center, the heaters are broken. For 2 or 3 years, the heaters actually didn't work at all, and it was freezing in there. But they recently got them fixed, but now they won't turn off. So it's like 60 degrees outside and the heaters are going. So all the plant roots have sprouted. All the bulbs have sprouted.
They're not going to be able to turn it off.
No, they have to go up there individually and blow out the pilot light, and it never stays. It's not a solid fix. It's not safe, but it is what it is.
That wastes a lot of Walmart's money. I mean, who cares?
It's better than when it was freezing in there. You know, it's 0 degrees outside and even colder inside the garden center. Because we got that.
One broke.
I just watched you break that.
Well, it was already broke.
Oh, okay.
And
I was like, yeah, of course it broke. You broke it.
I didn't want to leave it on there and let it rot. But these had started to kind of rot a little bit where they had been in that damp bag and started to sprout, not been able to get any sunshine or air. We want to show them the baby ducks and geese?
We can. We want to pause it here while we finish, and then we'll show the babies? Okay. All right, guys, we're going to finish these beds up, and we'll come back with an update on baby chickens, ducks, and geese.
It's not charged. Here is our duck and goose update.
We have our first baby goose. Oh, hello, sweetie.
You're so cute.
She's very cute. I love her so much. You better be a girl. But, oh, he's so sweet.
And then I have a little tiny khaki Campbell duck. And it's the littlest thing I've ever seen. It's so
She's
tiny. It had a hard time.
Yeah, it really struggled to wake up after hatching.
It was, and some of them they get kind of crushed in there by the others. So we've had to take the lively ones out. Now, you're not supposed to open the incubator, but we had to take the lively ones out and leave the other ones in there too.
And there was also one that got its head stuck in between a shell that wasn't open all the way. And so I had to open it up to help them. And baby ducks and geese are so sweet.
They really are.
If you spend time with them. They're a little wobbly.
Yeah, but this guy's doing a whole lot better than
Doing way better than this morning.
Yeah.
Because he's been hatched since last night.
Before we were up.
Before we woke up. She really wants these babies.
No.
But the chicks are doing good outside. We'll have to do an update on them.
I'll put some video in there.
Yeah.